There are no facts to dispute before this court. I see no evidence that has the needed personal subject matter jurisdiction. The state is a fictitious plaintiff. The state of isn't here to testify. No injured man or woman is present before this court to provide firsthand knowledge. I am acting as surety for the named principal to contest jurisdiction. I am aware this is a taxable event and an excise tax is owed, and I want to be in compliance with the IRS code.
Probation will be a waste of time in this matter, so I will revoke and remand you to serve your sentence, take her into custody.
All right. $1,200 every minute I'm in jail.
All right, everyone. Today we're looking at yet another so-called sovereign idiot showing up in court, this time for violating her probation due to drug use, and instead of thinking things through and getting a public defender like any reasonable person would, she chose to play the genius and represent herself, which you can probably already imagine how that turns out, and honestly, in my view, I don't even think this girl is a real sovereign citizen at all but rather someone who decided to copy the script. So let me know what you all think. Does she actually believe what she's saying, or is she just reading lines? And if you enjoy content like this, be sure to like and subscribe, and let's jump right into it.
Your Honor, this comes before the court today on a probation violation hearing. And it's the intent of the defendant at this time to stipulate. And I do believe there's a agreed sentence, as you would say in this case.
All right. Ms. Clark, you've heard the announcement of your attorney. Is that what you want to do? Admit to the violations?
No, actually, I'm going to make a motion for my attorney to withdraw. I got this myself.
Oh, okay. What's the reason for that?
I just want to represent myself.
Okay. All right. Well, somebody give her a waiver of attorney form. Okay. It's muted for some reason. All right. Well, I've already gone over these rights with you, so you should understand them, but you have the right to hire your own attorney. If you can't afford to hire an attorney, I've already appointed one. You qualified. You do have the right to represent yourself as well, and that's what you want to do today?
Yes, sir.
All right. If you want to waive your right to an attorney, when we do this, you have to follow the rules of procedure and evidence, just as if you're an attorney. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
All right. Does anyone promise you anything or threaten with anything to get you to waive your right to an attorney?
No, sir.
All right. Looks like you've already signed it and sent it in here. Did you understand this form you signed?
Yes, sir.
I'll accept your waiver and allow you to represent yourself. All right. Are you wanting to stipulate to the violations, or do you want a contested hearing?
I'm going to contest it.
All right. Mr. Hollis here.
Yes, Judge, I can grab him real quick.
Okay. Okay, state has the burden. Any opening statement, Mr. Marcinski?
No, sir. Thank you.
All right, Ms. Clark, any opening statement?
No.
Well, there goes her chance of having any real shot at defending herself here, and honestly I'm surprised this idiot hasn't already started spewing one of those BS, nonsense sovereign citizen scripts, you know, the ones where they claim the court has no jurisdiction and that there's some living being outside the law. And while I'm actually glad she didn't, because at least we're spared that ridiculousness, the reality is that an opening statement is absolutely crucial when you're representing yourself, since it's basically your one opportunity to set the tone, explain your side to the judge, and convince them you're not completely out of your mind. So skipping it or completely botching it is essentially the same as saying you have nothing at all, and if you're going to defend yourself, you might as well say something. So let me know what you guys think so far and let's dive back in.
All right. State may call this first witness.
Thank you, sir. The state would call Court Service Officer Christopher Hollis. Sir, will you please state your name for the record?
Chris Hollis. I'm a court services officer.
In that job occupation, were you assigned the supervision of a Miss Ashley Clark? That supervision being for an endangering a child underlying 12-month sentence?
That is correct.
On May 18th of this year, 2023, did you test Miss Clark for the presence of drugs?
Yes.
And what was the result of that UA sample from Miss Clark?
It was positive for methamphetamine.
So her
stating that
UA was positive for methamphetamines, and she also, in response to that positive UA test, signed in a statement of admission of using methamphetamines.
that's correct.
Did you order her to report on June 2nd, 2023?
I did.
And did she appear on that day?
She did not.
Has she appeared or reported to you since that time?
No.
Sometime after May 24th of 2023, were you advised by local authorities of her being arrested for a new crime?
Yes, and I did. I received that, and apparently she has new charges.
To your knowledge or to the notes, did Ms. Clark ever report that negative law enforcement contact with your office?
No, she did not.
That will be my questions for Mr. Hollis at this time, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right, Ms. Clark, do you have any questions for Mr. Hollis?
No,
All right, do you have any further evidence or witnesses, Mr. Marcinski?
Not at this time, Your Honor. I do not.
All right, Ms. Clark, you have time to, now it's your turn to present any evidence if you want to. Do you wish to present any evidence?
right now I see no evidence. This has the needed personal subject matter jurisdiction.
If you want to present any evidence, do you want to present any evidence?
Does anyone else feel bad for this girl? Because I mean, yes, she's a criminal and probably not the greatest person, but watching her get publicly humiliated like this is honestly cringeworthy, and I'm actually uncomfortable for her right now. But at the same time, I don't feel that bad since she could have literally just gotten an attorney. The guy was sitting right next to her and she straight up dismissed him, so I genuinely don't understand why these sovereign citizens think this way or why anyone would choose this path at all, because it makes zero sense to me, especially when her attorney was free and clearly willing to help, just sitting there sipping his coffee and chilling. So I really don't get it, and let me know if you guys feel any remorse for this woman or if you think she's getting exactly what she deserves, because we're about to dive back in and she's about to get the hammer.
No? Okay. Well then, closing argument, Mr. Marcinski?
Your Honor, at this time, the state believes it is shown by a preponderance of the evidence that Ms. Clark is in violation of her probation and conditions of probation imposed by the court therein. The state's going to ask that you find that she is in violation of that probation. The state would point out that this is a misdemeanor probation for endangering a child. Therefore, Ms. Clark is entitled to no graduated sanctions, intermediate sanctions, or other relief set forth by the legislature on felony probations. Due to the litany of violations, the continued drug use, the failure to follow through with her treatment requirements, the state believes that she's shown that she's not amenable to probation and would recommend the court revoke and remand her to serve her underlying sentence.
All right, Ms. Clark, closing argument?
There are no facts to dispute before this court. I see no evidence that has the needed personal subject matter jurisdiction. The state is a fictitious plaintiff. The state of isn't here to testify. No injured man or woman is present before this court to provide firsthand knowledge. I am acting as surety for the named principal to contest jurisdiction. I am aware this is a taxable event and an excise tax is owed, and I want to be in compliance with the IRS code.
Okay. It'll be the order and judgment of this court. Well, first of all, I'll make my findings. The state's shown by preponderance of the evidence that you violated probation in this case using methamphetamine around the 18th, as evidenced by the 18th of May this year, as evidenced by the positive UA and the admission. Also find that you failed to report in violation of probation as alleged. That would be the June 2nd, 2023 date. You failed to successfully complete outpatient treatment at Summer Mental Health as ordered by the court, so I find you violated probation there as well. You also failed to report law enforcement contact within the business day in violation of the orders of probation. You have violated it does in a very substantial way. I will go ahead. It appears as if probation will be a waste of time in this matter, so I will revoke and remand you to serve her sentence, take her into custody.
All right. $1,200 every minute I'm in jail.
$1,200 for every minute she's in jail. $1, $200 per minute. Seriously, this sovereign citizen actually thinks she deserves to be free, and even paid, after endangering her child, continuing her drug abuse, and being an absolutely terrible parent. I mean, come on, she already violated her probation and now she's arguing that she should get compensated for being locked up. The level of delusion here is unreal, and honestly I take back anything I said about feeling bad for her, because once you break probation and put a child at risk, jail should be the least of your worries. She 100% deserves to be there. And not only that, but I genuinely think she should have been hit with contempt for that snarky comment she made before getting arrested, because it wasn't just disrespectful, it was borderline threatening. Maybe not technically a threat, but absolutely a rude remark toward a judge. And that's not something that should ever slide, but sovereign citizens like her seem to believe that. Rejecting the authority of the court somehow gives them the right to demand money from the system for their time served, which is pure fantasy. Because in reality this woman violated her probation and is now facing the consequences. There's no payout, she doesn't get to hold the state hostage over her own criminal behavior, she's not some victim being wronged by the system, and the only thing she's actually owed is a one-way ticket to serving out her sentence. So this whole pay me to be in jail idea is just another example of sovereign citizens thinking they can invent their own rules. And now that we've watched all this chaos unfold, let me know what you think about this court hearing in the comments. Do you think she has any chance of getting out of this mess, or is she completely screwed? And also tell me if you think she's ever seeing that $1,200 per minute, because there's absolutely no way. And if you enjoy this kind of content, make sure to like and subscribe. I appreciate you guys. Take care.